Here, BoxingScene.com with unified WBO and IBF super middleweight champion by way of Wales, Joe Calzaghe. Joe, you made your HBO debut and your second defense of the title you won from Jeff Lacey this past Saturday against Sakio Bika. Tell us about that fight.
It was a very tough fight. Obviously, the Lacey performance was a great performance for me. Perfect boxing performance. But this fight was different. This guy was very awkward. He didn't come to the fight. He came to the hole. He was very dangerous. He cut me with his head, and just had to adapt. I thought maybe not a perfect fight, but I got a big heart. I got dragged into a bit of a brawl. Still champion.
You mentioned the cut that you sustained due to a headbutt during the fight. That seems to have healed up well. How's it feeling?
It's feeling good. It was the first time I've ever been cut in my life, so it was a new experience for me. Probably threw me a bit off my game plan. Like I said, he was a lot stronger than I probably gave him credit for. But as you can see, I healed him okay. Week since the fight. The only problem is still got a bit of a bad hand. The left hand's a bit sore, so I'll rest that maybe for 3 or 4 weeks. Then back in the gym. Hopefully, be out again in February, March.
The last time I spoke to you was before the Jeff Lacey fight. Since that fight, what has happened to you in your career? Have people noticed you more?
Oh, definitely. It's like a career-defining fight. It was a massive fight. Although I've been champion for 8 years before the Lacey fight, maybe I wasn't getting quite the recognition I feel I deserve. And Jeff Lacey was a strong fighter. He was expected to beat me by a lot of, especially you guys over here in the States. So I used that opportunity to show everybody what I could do. And like I said, I put on one of my best performances, not the best performance I've ever boxed, and showed the world, that I am the real deal and I am the #1 guy at 168 pounds.
How does that make you feel, making your debut on HBO and giving such a great showing?
Of course, it was an excellent opportunity for me, and I'm really, really happy and excited, to be on HBO and maybe come to America and have a great fight.
Jeff Lacey has mentioned your name again. What do you think about that?
I think Jeff should maybe take somebody a bit easier. Jeff's a fighter, obviously. I don't know whether you're just calling me out. I'm not sure. I don't make it. At the end of the day, I hit him, I beat him so easily, convincingly. I won every single minute of every single round. So, for me to want to fight Jeff, I would want to fight him. There would be no need for me to fight Jeff Lacey. I've done that's history now.
Your thoughts about the other unified super middleweight champion, Mikkel Kessler?
Mikkel Kessler's a good fighter, untested. He had a good fight against Marcus Bayer, but to be honest, Marcus Bayer is a shot fighter. Bika's a lot tougher guy than Marcus Bayer. And Kessler's good, he's undefeated, but he's #2 super middleweight in the world.
You've mentioned Bernard Hopkins wanting to fight him. Why Bernard? He's retired.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Bernard is retired, but is he retired? Being retired, I'm not surprised if he'll come back and fight again. But the #1 fight out there for me is probably Jermaine Taylor, because he's the man who beat the man. So Jermaine Taylor's young, he's undefeated, he's an excellent fighter, and that will be a massive test for me.
And for that fight to happen, would you come down to a catchweight, or will he have to move up?
He'd have to move up. I struggle to make the 168 pounds as it is, so he's a big guy, for a middleweight. I think it would be a natural for him to maybe step up to super middleweight.
Anybody else out there, any other big names that would interest you?
I always said I want to be a 2-weight world champion, so if that doesn't come off, maybe fight at 175, maybe fight Clinton Woods or Glenn Johnson, one of them guys. But see what Frank says. I want to fight big fights. Right. I get up for the big fights.
So are you here today in New York to announce that you'll be maybe coming here to make your debut in American land?
Yeah, I think so. It's part of meeting the press. Just saying to everybody, I think everybody's in the wrong illusion to me that I don't want to leave UK. Listen, I want to come to America and fight, especially this stage of my career, and I want to fight big fights. So I'm coming over, hoping that Frank Warren and HBO will put a fight together, and maybe summer next year, finally I'll make my debut in the US, and hopefully the fans will like my style and like it perform.
Speaking of the fans, Jeff, Joe, is there anything you want to say to them in closing?
Yeah, just great to support. Thanks for the support. I've had a lot of great feedback since the Lacey fight from a lot of US fans. They finally give me a lot of credit, and say I'm the best in the world, and I'm going to come over to prove it. So I'm hoping to be over, and if I come over, believe me, I'm going to put a great show on.
Joe, we appreciate your time as always.
Thanks a lot. Thanks very much.